This evening, I'd like to tell you about a dream I had over a year ago. And let's see, I was walking through a forest, and it was pine trees, but they were so tall, they reached the sky, and the branches were in the clouds. They were just tree trunks, tall tree trunks. So amazing, so incredible. I couldn't believe it. I saw the blue sky, and I saw these trees towering so high. But the interesting part of it, it was the the uh, the trunks of the pine trees. They were large, round, but very tall. As I was walking through the forest, I suddenly I was in the city, and I looked in one of the storefront windows, and I looked at myself, and I was wearing a beautiful black suit. I looked down, I looked at my feet, and I was not wearing any shoes. I had socks on, but no shoes. And I had a feeling, this feeling that I wanted to go home. And I'm in the city, and I prayed. I said, God, I said, please. I said, I have no shoes. How can I walk through the city? And I looked down, and there were a pair of shoes. But the shoes were this earthy, greenish brown shoes like I never saw before. They were they were really nice shoes, but they were different. It didn't go with the suit. And I started walking. I felt very proud of I'm all dressed up, and plus I have these shoes on. And I woke up, and I prayed. I said, God, I said, can you please give me an interpretation of the dream? And I'm sorry to say, the request that I made wasn't that it wasn't that urgent. It was a dream. I remember it today. It happened a long time ago, but it wasn't urgent when I prayed for an interpretation. I just asked for an interpretation. Well, today, many months later, I got the interpretation, and I was parked by a strip mall, and there were three pine trees. They weren't outstanding, but the branches were cut so that nobody would, walk into the branches. They were cut high, and the trees weren't that high, but it brought me back to the dream. Well, the forest that I was in, it reminds me of where I've been in the religion that I came out of. And this is my dream. This is the interpretation that I believe that goes with it. It was like tall stories that I believed in the religion that I was in. The stories of men walking on the water, and just all those amazing stories that I did believe. And so now I'm wearing this black suit, and I look and I see the reflection of myself. Well, the black suits are the rabbis, the Hasidics that study the Tanakh, the Torah, the prophets. And I believe that I'm going to be a reflection of their teaching. The shoes that I'm wearing, they're unusual, and that's me. I'm unusual. I'm different. I'm not like you. I'm not like anybody else. I'm different, and I accept that. But I am following the ways of Judaism. I'm not a Jew. but I'm following the Jews. God gives us dreams, and He gives us visions. He gives us things that we don't even expect to receive from Him, because He loves us so much, and He loves you so much. And again, we're all different. We're all made in the image of the Most High, the image of God. And I'm grateful that He showed me this. I'm not ashamed of what I have become. I'm not ashamed that I left this religion, this Christian religion. But I'm grateful for the things that I'm receiving, and from those who I'm receiving it from, on the videos, through books. And I encourage you to start to read the prophets. Read those wonderful prophets, what they said, their instructions from the Most High, instructing Israel, teaching Israel the way that they should go, and not to learn the way of the heathen, not to learn the way of those that are serving other gods. There's only one God. It's Hashem, the creator of heaven and earth. I love you, and I hope this blesses someone. Good night.